Hello, my name is Karthik Pandyan, and today I am presenting the speech emotion recognition project based on deep learning and MLE projects. So, today's contents: introduction, problem statement, data summary, dependency, analysis of data, data augmentation, model, confusion matrix, loss accuracy plot, challenges, and conclusions. Yeah. So, introduction: what is a speech emotion recognition? So, basically, speech emotion recognition, it is a using this we recognize the human emotion, what kind of the says using a speech, and why it is so important in this today's era. Using a speech, we recognize how's the emotion using a speech, because in if I use of a customer care to predict what kind of a feedback using a speech, so it is an important aspect to speech emotion recognition. And what is the scope of speech emotion recognition? Speech emotion recognition is in marketing in various communications field, like when it's important on a speech. So it is a scope of a speech emotion recognition. And now the problem statement: as a human beings, speech is among us the most natural way to express ourselves. So we depend so much on that. We recognize its importance when restoring to other communication forms like emails and text message, where we often use emojis to express the emotions to associate with the message. So, as an emotions play a vital role in communication and detection and analysis of same of a vital importance in today's digital world of remote communication. Emotion is a detection is a challenging task, and because emotions are subjective. Yeah. So now the data summary. Data summary, it is a we use a Ryzen audio visual database of emotional speech. It is a very clean data set, and 12 female actor, 12 male actor. Male is an odd, and female is an even. It is a character. This is a example of a file name example, and this is a dependency. Now the analysis of data, we use using a EDA. We count the emotion. First, using a EDA, we get an intuition about what kind of data and how much it fitted well, and so we get a count of emotion using a bar plot. Now the male spectrogram using a female happy. So before going to the showing up the female happy spectrogram, I tell about what is the spectrogram. The spectrogram, it is a graph to visualize a speech with the frequency, means it's hertz. So you saw that the time with a frequency hertz, it if a person is angry, then the frequency of in decibel it increases, and if the person is normal and neutral, it is having a median range of decibel. And if a person is very sad, so it goes to the -60 -50. That type of mail spectrogram work it using a visualize in frequency. And now the wave plot. So basically it is a difference between wave plot and spectrogram. Wave plot it shows with respect to the amplitude, and is with respect to the frequency in spectrogram. So it is a fear track. In fear track, you saw that the fear the modulation is very as much very is. And in the happy track, in happy track, the female happy track, it's very we compare with happy and female track, and there this is the female happy track. And now we comparing the male and female uh, voice using in a surprise notes. So we saw that uh, male surprise has required a higher pitch than a female. So after that, we use the data augmentation technique. Data augmentation technique we use why we use data augmentation techniques. Data augmentation technique, it convert one video using a one normal audio. It make up two or four using a stretch, noise, add and shift. That kind of a data augmentation technique use for one normal audio to convert many more of using of functions. So take a data augmentation technique, and you saw the normal audio. Then after we take a this only normal audio to convert in stretch without using, without changing a time. We stretch the audio now. And we implement on notebook more like noise, shape, that kind of, but we only presenting a stretch audio. Now the moving ahead model, uh, which model we use a six model, but first is a k nearest neighbor. So a k nearest neighbor, why we use, because in nearest neighbor, in if having an example, take an example. If I have a five player of a team, so in if a four player having a playing good cricket, then five, and then one of a member is, then one of member have the also playing a cricket, because if a group play, if a group of playing cricket, then one of member also playing cricket, because it's a group. So this is a k nearest neighbor to like that. And now is a decision tree structure. We use a decision tree structure. It is a supervised machine learning algorithm, and we use, but in decision tree we show like in these are overfitted on a test like that. So now the multi-layer descriptron classifier. This is a basic of deep neural network. It is a feed-forward artificial neural network. So you using this idea for when we use any classification problem. So this is the only classification problem, like we give a speech signal and taking the output like it is angry or sad. So that's why we use MLP, and it take a good accuracy. Now the most uh, important part is the GRU, gated recurrent unit. So in gated recurrent unit, when we use any sequence data, any when we use any sequence data type like speech, music generation, or any kind of sequence. So we use a GRU, LSTM, that type. So in gated, there are two gate: update gate and reset gate. In update gate, it updates past information. What kind of past information is sent to the future? And forget gate, it what kind of information of a past it rejected. That type of GRU is the overall work. And in this we use a 10h function, like it's uh, a range of -1 to 1. So yeah, then LSTM, long short term memory. So in long short term memory there is a 3 gate: input, output, and forward gate. And it is also use a 10h activation function. And if you do not add the model in 10h, then it's already it mentioned. Now the last one is CNN, in convolution neural network. And in convolution neural network, we featureize if taken a signal, and then it uh, cooling, padding, and after the converter flatten the output, and fully connected layer, and taken a softmax, that is the angry happen if you saw in the image. So it's like a good example of in a picturized way. Like if you get an input speech, then spectrogram, like I have earlier said that what is a spectrogram. And then after the taking on a CNN model. So first is CNN model is a convolution. We taken a convolution layer, and after this the pooling layer, it is a what is the average on maximum pooling. In average pooling, it average of one filter, and maximize it extract the maximum number to reduce the overfitting. So that's why that is the structure of CNN work on in speech. Now the confusion matrix. In confusion matrix, we uh, saw the confusion matrix, and we required on most prop part like a precision. So we higher precision, because we only need a only true positive value, because we predict only true positive. If a false positive, then it not make sense to predict that emotions. Yeah. So they are the loss accuracy plot. So if you saw the loss accuracy plot in a training accuracy, it around 98, 90 like that, and around 88, 7, it is this kind of a accuracy and training loss. So the end of our model instruction and loss accuracy plot. So now the challenges. So what kind of face challenges we? So large speed data set to handle. In a speech, there are a very big data set, but we use a Ravidness data set. It is also big, that not much, but it is a very big data set. And annotating and audio recording is challenging. Should we label a single word, sentence, or whole conversation? How many emotions should we define to recognize? Right. So the analyzing of using a speech and predict the emotion, it is very challenging. If a person talk to 5 6 minutes, and how we recognize to total 5 6 minutes, so we that is the challenge. It is not easy track to convert speech to emotions, and emotion are subjective. People who interpret differently, it hard to define the notation of emotion, right? Now the end of challenge is now the conclusion. In conclusion, we through this project we show how we can leverage a machine learning to obtain an underlying emotion from a speech audio data, and some insight on the human expression of the through the voice. And the system can be employed in variety of setups like call center, for complaints, or marketing in voice-based virtual assistant, chatbot, linguistic research. And codes are deployed in GitHub repository, and it was a such amazing and interesting project. We learn a lot from this. Using this project, we idea get about what is the speech and how we recognize to take on the emotions. What kind of model we use? We have some new idea on what kind of model we use. That's what that is. Now this is the end of conclusion. So thank you.